Hey YouTube. So, ILMOS. Yep. This is gonna be a lot of games from last format, cause I had a lot of ILMOS games recorded from last format, and I just was too lazy to put it up on YouTube. So I got this huge folder, a lot of files, and you know what? I figured instead of deleting all of them, I'll just put them into one big video to show you guys what ILMOS was capable of last format, when it had like 3 rotas, which is essentially the only thing that's different. But next it's on. So, obviously the deck is a lot different nowadays. Ratios have been updated. I'd say it's a little bit better even. The only gripe I have about ILMOS and posting it is because it plays 2 cards, which are not TCG legal, which is Cyber Dragon Infinity and Traptrix Repulsia. And the other deck that I play a lot is Omega Chaos, and that has all TCG cards. So yeah, it's kind of like a little back and forth, love-hate kind of thing of which deck should I update, which deck should I focus more on? Because you can't really play the reason why ILMOS can keep up with the meta nowadays is because of Repulsia and Cyber Dragon Infinity. Omega Chaos is a really good deck on its own, so I don't have any problem with that. Yeah. So with ILMOS, I'm still trying to figure out new techniques, new ratios, etc. But also, that's really it. So, as of when this video is uploaded, the Master Pendulum structure deck has been released. So the 4 Stratos of ILMOS is now legal, which means more shenanigans. This was a very old version of the deck. This was when I was first testing out the Brilliant Fusion engine in ILMOS. So I was messing with the vanilla ratio, and this is when I decided to play Garnet and I think it was Lapis. So you first send Garnet and then you send Lapis with the second copy of Brilliant Fusion in order to get back Garnet to your hand. The only problem I have with that engine, the reason why I don't play Lapis and Garnet, I really hope it's the right one. It's either Lapis or Lazuli, can't remember. The reason why I don't play that anymore is because I found out drawing the effect one is bad, and I'd rather draw the vanilla if I ever do draw it, because she's not level 4, and there's no way to send her to graveyard with my hand. So I took that out. The new ratio for ILMOS, for next generation ILMOS, is I play 2 Brilliant Fusions and 1 Garnet. Reason being is that it lessens the possibility of drawing multiple copies of Brilliant Fusion and lessens the chance of drawing Garnet. And if you do draw Garnet, then the deck plays Degusto Emerald, so it's not too bad to send it back to your deck, and then activate Brilliant Fusion, and then keep going off. Woo! Okay. What else? So after this video gets uploaded, I'm gonna make a, what's it called? ILMOS versus Omega Chaos game video. Cause there's the one deck that's focused on back row and defensive monsters on the opponent's turn, and the other deck is just all aggro and disruption. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool matchup, I think. Honestly, I'm also just thinking that's gonna be probably one-sided because ILMOS plays all the back row, and Omega Chaos has a hard time getting past that much back row. So I'm gonna try to make it as even as possible. The problem with Omega Chaos 2 is that I can't, there's no future cards coming out that could work well with Omega Chaos. Actually it could play Cyber Dragon Infinity, but the extra deck space is extremely tight in Omega Chaos. Also, I'm thinking about changing the name of Omega Chaos, cause I don't know, I like to have abbreviations. I was thinking of renaming the deck to Valiant Omega Chaos. So it'd be called VOC, VOC. It's an idea. It sounds cool. So the video title could be VOC versus ILMOS. And then it might gather some people's attention. They're gonna be wow, what does that stand for? Yeah. Oh, and here's Exaton. Got Phoenix chained. The new version of ILMOS does not play White Dragon Ninja anymore, because it is extremely easy to get rid of White Dragon Ninja with like Castell and such. And I don't know, despite destroying White Dragon Ninja is absolutely terrible, especially in a format where you're starting off with 5 cards in hand. So like, if you draw White Dragon Ninja, you're essentially starting with 4 cards in hand. And honestly, like, backward destruction is not as, like, prevalent as it was back in the day, I guess. I don't know. I took it out. I do miss her. White Dragon Ninja, there's many times when Red Dragon Ninja could have been handy, but I decided to go for more consistency rather than explosive plays. So, that's, like, the new thing with ILMOS. I can't wait to show you guys a new version of ILMOS and Omega Chaos. Or ILMOS and Vok. ILMOS and Vok. Alright. So... what else to talk about? The, video of a ton of games with Omega Chaos. The views of that are, like, minuscule. And it's like 185 versus, like, what I usually get with, like, 600 or 800. Admittedly speaking, I don't upload as much as I used to, so, like, I understand. I'm not really, like, a good YouTuber at all. This is just a hobby. But it still is kind of, like, what's it called? Degrading? No. Demotivating to, like, see that kind of thing. So, life sucks. But people do have, Yu-Gi-Oh players, admittedly speaking, have a short attention span, so maybe they're just not interested in clicking a 30-minute video. So, that's it, yeah. What else? Speaking of ILMOS, the in loving memory of Stratos deck, Heroes. Hero Royale. I just don't have time to, like, focus on Hero Royale, so, because, like, finals are here, work and stuff, and I just don't have the motivation to play Yu-Gi-Oh as much as I used to in the past. Now it's just kind of like a time killer kind of thing. Like, if I have time to kill between, like, classes or work or gym, I would just hop on DN, play a few games with, like, the recorder on, and if it's a good game, then I'll upload it, kind of life I have with Yu-Gi-Oh now. So, yeah, Hero Royale, I just don't have time to do, like, all the editing and stuff anymore. So instead of, like, finishing Hero Royale, like, I really do wish I had, like, the free time to just, like, sit down and just edit, like, all the last final rounds of Hero Royale, but, like, it's just a lot of time I don't have. I might do it since, like, finals are gonna be over, but I don't know, I'm probably just gonna, like, just give you guys the deck profiles of, like, what's in Hero Royale. Just don't have the time or motivation that I need in order to finish, like, such a huge project. It's just, yeah. And, like, a really demotivating thing about Hero Royale is that the decks in Hero Royale, like Shaw Heroes, got raped by the ban list. Sophia Heroes also got raped by the ban list, because, like 70% of that engine was basically Necros of the Sophia Heroes deck. Full Metal Armor Heroes is still live and well, but the thing with that deck is that it is all, half the deck's OCG, so, like, even if I put it in, it's not gonna be fair, because you have, like, full power, full armor heroes versus, like, versus neutered Necros and Sophia Heroes and neutered Shell Heroes. And the last deck of the Hero is Rainbow Heroes, but it's still basically live and well, but with the limiting of Rhoda really does hurt the consistency a lot, because most of the consistency with Rhoda is Blazeman and getting Neos to the hand quickly. The deck's still fun, but, like, admittedly speaking, Rainbow Heroes probably would not match up very well against the meta. I don't know. I'll fiddle with it. But, yeah, I just don't have motivation for heroes anymore. Like, consistently, Konami just keeps killing heroes more and more. So, it's sad. It really does hurt me to, like, say that I just don't have, like, a hero motivation to be a heroes anymore. The decks, I still love the deck, but like, I might come back to it when Strauss comes back. I don't know. Just doesn't feel like heroes anymore. Now that's more focused on like mass change and such. So, yeah, one day I'm just gonna give you guys the profiles of the Hero Royale. I'm sorry, but the actual like tournament itself is not gonna be finished. At least you can still get the profiles, you know. A little late, like a lot late actually, but whatever. And another thing about the profiles of the Hero Royale, there's no extensive testing on the Hero Royale decks, like no extensive testing at all. So the deck lists are just gonna be like all theory, like skeleton wise. Like I have an idea of like how to play the deck, and it will just be like in the video. So I'm not sure how good they are. They're just gonna be there for you guys to fiddle with for fun. For fun. So I have 16 minutes left to talk about whatever. If you guys are still with me, awesome. ILMOS is probably one of the most fun decks, most powerful, consistent decks I have ever made. With next to Chaos Heroes and Fusion Gate Heroes when it first came out. I love the ILMOS a lot. It's a great deck. The only problem I have with it is that it's hard to play against the meta with it. Like with Cosmos, there's not that much outs. You got Dweller and I don't know, something else, but it's really hard. That's why the ILMOS side deck's heavy versus Cosmo, like heavy. Rhoda, search out Prisma, then Prisma mills Star Dragon to contact with. I've also been considering putting in the what's it called? Star Dragon Core engine. I feel like if I had to play Star Dragon Core, I have to play Foolish to make it more consistent. And if I'm going to be playing Foolish, it has to be in the main deck. Admittedly speaking, I could just play Foolish just to like discard, to mill a Perform Mage card. That's actually not a bad idea. I'll probably fiddle with that. I got inspiration in the middle of making a commentary of like the deck. Oh, alright, so I mean, I might fiddle with Foolish now in ILMOS. Fun idea, right? Okay, so what else? Star Dragon Core is a light, right? Might fiddle with that more actually. Well, either way, ILMOS. I guess like now, I could make actual commentary on like the duels itself. Actually, I don't know. I got bored with like making commentary on the actual like duels, because they're all like, I don't know. If I say stuff and then it's happening like on screen right in front of you, there's not really much point in like saying like what's going on, because you can just look with your eyes. So I'm really a little bit iffy back and forth on like actual commentary when it comes to videos. Like for example, he just Dark Holed my Hanzo, and he Dark Holds my Hanzo, blah blah blah. So I'm gonna try to like just do random talkage. Play Crab King once upon a time. Crab King, I should probably reconsider that card one day. I took out Crab King because this was during the days when towers were still legal, so that's why I still play Crab King. But nowadays, I don't know. Is it still good? Probably is, probably not. I may or may not fiddle with it, actually. Stay with Masked Chameleon. I do miss that card, actually. Masked Chameleon, I decided to take out because of consistency issues. These games have some pretty cool first turns. So, ILMOS's biggest, most attractive, standpoint, what is it? Most attractive, like, what's the word for it? Draw, I guess, is that first turns at ILMOS are effing amazing. Like, ILMOS probably has one of the best first turns of any deck I've ever seen in my life. And that's either just me bragging, or because it's true, who knows. With ILMOS, first turns are generally gonna be, like, the most optimal first turn that I could think of with this deck is, like, it involves Mirmelo, either 1 or 2 copies of it, so you can have like multiple like trap holes in the background. And the front row is going to be, the best way to do it is Cyber Dragon Infinity and Rafflesia. Because you have Infinity to protect Rafflesia, and Rafflesia to protect Infinity. It's kind of like a dynamic duo first turn kind of thing. Plus you have back row, like Bombus and such, a search shot with the Murmillo. And using those, more protection, because you can only activate Rafflesia once per turn. So that's why like the trap holes are there to like further protect the front row. And just in case like opponent has like Dark Hole and Raigeki for some odd reason, like it's Yu-Gi-Oh! It happens sometimes. You have your trap holes to protect you for another turn, so you can make a comeback play. And your graveyard most likely probably has the clowns, so you can like make some sort of comeback, and then you're probably gonna draw into another floater to continue your consistency of your front row. And then you have your trap holes again to protect your front. Okay, so that's the general first turn. Another good first turn, like Infinity first turn is very consistent. Rafflesia first turn is even more consistent. And if you choose not to go into Infinity or Rafflesia, you can go into King of Throw Imps to get your hand consistency still relevant. And first turn, as you can see here, first turns are still good, but like continuing on the game is still very good because you can like go late game to your Misu, which is extremely powerful. And so let's see what else. Other good first turns the deck has is like making Rafflesia and a Hanzo on the field. So now you have Rafflesia for the trap holes, and you have Hanzo there to be like a super poly, basically. And with Hanzo, you can either special summon a Samurai Cavalry Reptier or a All-Eyes Dragon. I found myself going into Samurai Cavalry Reptier a lot more often nowadays, because, oh wait, this is actually really cool first turn, not first turn, but really cool turn here. As you can see with the Pendulum Engine really makes the deck go like, so much oomph, and then you make this amazing field right here. So now you have Rafflesia, Top Dragon Infinity, and then they pick this roll to be cool. The turn may have been a possible TK turn, actually. Oh no. Alright, another card I put into the deck finally is Trapeze Magician. So, yeah, the ILMOS New Age list is actually really cool, so look forward to that if you guys are still with me in 17 minutes into the video. Okay, so here's a good turn again. Any turn with Rafflesia on the field and like another Exceed, I feel is a really good turn. Rafflesia and Dweller is definitely... Dweller with Norden underneath it is definitely pretty cool. Yeah, this deck's just full of like amazing fields, I love it. But that could be said with like a lot of decks, like a lot. So, I don't know, I just think this deck's really amazing in like the sense that it's the ability to make Rafflesia and Infinity like so consistently is what I love about it. Like, requires essentially no setup. That's the thing. Like, some decks like they need some sort of setup in order to like get that kind of field. But this deck can just pop it out of nowhere, depending on like how many level 4s you have in your hand. Another reason why I took out White Dragon Ninja, as you can see here, is that it clogs, and then that could have been a better card. So I took her out. I do miss it though, like, being able to go Hanzo, Ninja Sword, special White Dragon Ninja, and if you have another Ninja Sword set, you could White Dragon Ninja is the target for Ninja Sword. Nowadays you have Cavalry Reptier and Odd Eyes. Oh yeah, I think I cut myself off when I was talking about Reptier and Odd Eyes. I found myself special summoning Hanzo, switching out into Reptier a lot more often, because he's level 4. It's something that Odd Eyes doesn't have symmetry with. So because Reptier is level 4, generally my opponent doesn't get rid of it, because I did just super poly with his monster, so he doesn't have any more further plays. So on my turn, I can like put out more level 4s, and then attack, and then make an Infinity main phase 2. Something I couldn't do when I special White Dragon Ninja before. She's just kind of there to like be cool and protect the back row. But protecting back row nowadays isn't even that good, cause like, I don't know, it's not that worth it, to be perfectly honest. Cause like all the back row in this deck's searchable, so it's like, meh. So either way, it's still a plus if they MST my back row. Oh, back and forth again, like I said. The deck still loses the skill drain. It's really hard to play around skill drain. Alright, so here I just try to bait him out with like whatever. And then apparently the back row is a bluff, so then I felt safe to special summon BLS for game. I could just special BLS inside for game, but I wanted to see if I could bait out the opponent if he like had a warning or something, because he thought I was trying to chain Book of Moon or some cool thing. Turns out it was actually just a bluff all along, so I special BLS and then attacked. So this first turn here wasn't that great, honestly speaking. I think I could have done better, honestly. I don't know. More Clifforts. And this is back when towers is still legal. But I had a really good hand to come back from the towers, because I had access to Crab King, Eccentric to pop the Scout. But as I remember this game actually, you'll see in a second. The opponent scoops because he drew 3 off of the Monolith instead of just 2. And then like, yeah, 1 second. There, he drew 3 because he attributed 2. He leaves, but like, I play a little bit longer. This is another like advantage that I think, what's it called? This is another advantage that I think that DN has over Dev Pro, because with Dev Pro, like once you win, that's it. The game leaves, so like can't really do anything. With DN, I like it because like when the opponent leaves, you can still like shadow play, like see what would have happened later in life, in case like something bad happened. So I think that's one cool advantage that DN has over Dev Pro. You just have the choice to like keep going. So I don't know, I just keep thinking of like more reasons why like DN more than Dev Pro. They're both good. They're both really good decks. I mean, not decks, programs, but like people have preferences. Like, you know, comparing like Dev Pro and DN, it's like comparing Dragon Ball versus Spellbooks back in the day. They're both good, but people just have their preferences, and you just gotta leave them alone. So yeah. Shadujins. Back in the day, the theory was there, but nobody really pulled it off. I remember there being like one regional, I think it was, where some guy topped with Shadujins. I just like saying Shadujins. Word's funny. Shadujins. Shadujin. Shadujin. Is the fusion still being cool? I do things. More things happen. On the subject of Masked Chameleon, I played like 1 synchro in this variant here, because Hot Red seemed like the only thing that was good at the time. Because Omega wasn't out yet, so yeah. I took out Masked Chameleon, meaning that I don't have any synchros in ILMOS anymore. But Omega Chaos, because it plays 6 tuners, they're all recurable and searchable. That Omega Vok, I should start calling it Vok. Valiant Omega Chaos sounds cooler, I guess. Vok. In Vok, there's the majority of the extra deck is all synchros. Like the good majority of it. There's probably like 4 exceeds, but even then, like the deck doesn't really need them. That's just good to have. I'll leave like what those exceeds are to your imagination when the deck profile comes out. The fusions, there's fusions obviously, Nordens, and I'm not playing Brilliant Fusion in that deck, I think. No, I'm not. I could, but like, it doesn't really seem necessary. But, yeah, you could. I just don't want to play 2 decks of Brilliant Fusion. I don't know, I wanted something like separate the 2 decks. So, yeah. So in Vok, it's like all synchros, and ILMOS is basically all exceeds. With back row. And with Vok, it's like, there's no back row. It's all offense. So the 2 decks are like completely opposite. Like 100% opposite. The only thing they have in common is that they play level 4s. That's really it. But even then the level 4s are like basically different, except for like the Clown Engine. So that's why I like it. It's like variety in like 2 of my main decks that I like so much that that's the only thing really keeping me Yu-Gi-Oh at the moment is those 2 decks. Like how they're opposites yet completely like the same. So if you guys want to support the Crow cause and like you want to represent Crow Cresta, play ILMOS or Vok. And when people say like, "Ooh, that deck's really innovative," where did you get it from? Oh, Crow Cresta. Oh, Crow Cresta. Yeah. Wasn't he that YouTuber that used to do stuff a lot? Yeah. He still does stuff? Yeah. His main decks now are not heroes, but ILMOS and Vok. Cool. Until I think of like some other deck that tickles my fancy. But for now, ILMOS in the block. Pepe, I like the deck a lot because it's like basically everything I like in Yu-Gi-Oh! Break 4 spam, floaters, etc., searchers. But I don't know, I just don't like to play the deck that's in meta. It doesn't like just... Oh, here's where I messed up, by the way. I forgot to put Prisma back in the deck. So, like, I decided my Side Dragons and my Chimera text, but I forgot to click on Prisma, like a noob. So, like, eventually you're gonna see me drawing the Rhoda, and I could use that Rhoda into Prisma to, like, contact, possibly. Right there, the Rhoda. So, after luring my F up, I was basically lost all motivation to play this game. And I messed up here too, because like I could have done something better. But yeah, I tried to bait out his train, but he had a Veiler, so now I had to bait out the train again. And then there's where I sort of realized that I lost the Prisma. So then I kind of lost motivation, because I could have summoned Trick Clown, Special Kage to Kage, done something to the train. He would have negated it. Then I could have rotated, summoned the Prisma, contacted. And then I found out that I didn't side in the Prisma. I got pretty mad at myself. Such a new mistake, right? I hate it when that happens. So I lose. I proceed to scoop in a few seconds. There it is. And then it's like, yep, first team, Prisma. Get in there! Yeah. So, I successfully talked to myself for 27 minutes. So, the video is about to end. I hope you guys like this video. I'm pretty sure not too many people are going to be watching it, because it is a pretty long video, and about just me just talking to myself for 27 minutes. The gist of it is that eventually I'm going to be posting a video of ILMOS versus Vok, and I'm going to be posting the deck profiles of the remaining Hero Royale decks for you guys to fiddle with. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't really play too much anymore, so I'll just be doing like these kind of videos. Sorry, like, I made a lot of promises with the channel I can't keep. I'm sorry about that, but you know, life happens. Gotta deal with it. I got like 29 seconds more. So, I hope you guys stay like faithful to the channel. If not, that's okay, it's understandable. Here's me fucking around with the opponent. It's whatever. Yeah, he knew he lost, I knew I won, so we just kinda like messed around. Yep, there it is, big game. So, this is Crowcuster signing out.